for a second while I'm washing dishes. I'm gonna try not to run the water too much so you all can hear me. But y'all, I woke up and it was a winter wonderland. If you check out my latest short that I just posted, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. We had a snowstorm up here in the Northeast. The snowstorm started like yesterday afternoon and it went on until, well, it's still going basically overnight, and it's still going. It is times like this you would think to yourself like, damn, y'all need to shut the city down. Okay, y'all need to shut the city down. Like, the roads are terrible. I guess, you know, because of how bad the roads are, the individuals who drive the plow trucks need time to even make it into work to get to the plow trucks to be able to come and plow the streets. So right now on the street where for the most part they plow very quickly, we're not even plowed. But I have things to do today, or I had things to do today because of a program that my son was going to be in, or is in, and I'm trying to get him set up with his ID. He's turned 18, so I'm trying to get him set up with an ID and stuff. But I didn't do everything I needed to do yesterday, so I got my 2 days off today, yesterday and today. This is my little weekend. I didn't do everything I needed to do, unfortunately, yesterday because I was running my mother around so she can do her shopping. And meanwhile, the whole time she's telling me, you know, it's a snowstorm coming. I was like, yeah, so you should probably move a little faster so I can go do what I got to do. But because I ran her around for most of the day yesterday, by the time I started my errands yesterday, that's when the snowstorm began. So fast forward to right now, the snowstorm took over most of yesterday afternoon into the evening, and it is still going on today. It's still a lot of snow falling, and it's accumulating very quickly. So by the time I made it outside, which you'll see in my YouTube shorts, the snow was up to like past my ankles, up to the top of almost the top of my boots, and I have like tall boots. So we got hit hard here, but I knew I still needed to get out the house. I still needed to be able to make it out the driveway with the vehicle that I share with my boyfriend. I needed to go. I could walk, but there's no sidewalks plowed. The streets barely are plowed. So I'm like, yeah, I need to at least try to drive to get to where I gotta go. So I had my son and we get up early. We shoveling. You know, he's tired. It's a lot on him. I'm partially tired, but I'm used to cardio, and I'm used to walking a lot. So for me, it wasn't too bad, but it's a long driveway, y'all. We have a long driveway. So suddenly a gentleman pulls up in the truck and he asks me, hey, do you need your driveway plowed? And I'm like, yeah, I do. How much you charge? He's like, 40. I'm like, man, that's a little steep right now. Can't really do 40 right now. So I had to let him go, right? So me and my son, we still shoveling. We make it to like midway of the driveway. And I tell my son, okay, we're going to stop right here. We're going to take a break because we done a lot. We got one of them long driveways. I'm like, we going to take a break. I noticed that we have a neighbor and she snow blowing. She has a snow blower. So she's snow blowing her driveway as my son and I simultaneously are shoveling our driveway. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And I'm thinking to myself, that's what I need to get. Why have I never invested in a darn snow blower when I know I live in the Northeast and we always got snow every winter? So where my head be at, I do not know. But today was definitely like reprioritizing my priorities because it hit me hard. Like, yeah, I need a snow blower. If I don't have an F-150 or a Chevrolet Silverado with a darn plow on the front, which I don't, then I need to at least have a snowblower so I don't have to be out here shoveling this long driveway. So I go upstairs, my son and we take a break from shoveling the driveway. And I tell him, I say, you know what? You stay up here. You get the dishes done because it was your day to do the dishes. You didn't do them yesterday. You got to get the dishes done. I'll go back outside and finish what part of the driveway is still left. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was enough because the snow fell tall. It's tall and thick. So it was enough even with the patch left. I come back outside. I probably was upstairs for no more than maybe 10-20 minutes. I come back outside. Our driveway is plowed. And I'm like, who did that? Because I didn't pay nobody. Like, who did that? Then I followed like the tracks of where it was coming from, and it came from the direction of the young lady next door who I saw was snow blowing her driveway. And I believe that she saw me and my son struggling. She saw we went upstairs and took a break, and she just came and plowed the rest. And so I was taken aback. I was taken aback because she did not have to do that. She did not have to do that. She came out there quietly, had a little smile on her face. You know, she was doing her thing. I was never expecting anyone to come out and help me. But she did that. So I went and I couldn't get a card when I finally did make it out the driveway. I think like our Dollar Tree is closed because I was going to get her a thank you card. but I couldn't get one because I think they're closed because of the snow. So I just went to a grocery store and made sure I had a little cash. I stuck the cash in the envelope, wrote on the envelope that, hi, you know, it's your neighbor. I just want to thank you. You didn't have to do that. And that was so kind of you to come over here and finish this driveway. Put that on the note and the envelope, put the money in envelope and just stuck it like on the mailbox. So I'm really hoping, because by the time I got out there, she was gone. She had pulled out the driveway. She had left. I had just missed her. So I'm really hoping that when she makes it home, the wind won't blow away that envelope, because it's not just snow, it's windy snow, it's cold. So I'm hoping that where I put the envelope, it is visible to her, because it is a two-family, like we're in a two-family. They have a two-family as well. I'm hoping that it's visible for her to see it and that she doesn't miss it, and that it's still there, because she may be going off to work. So she may not be getting off till later in the evening. I don't know where she could be going, but if she is going to work, she won't see it right away. So I'm really hoping that she will find it and know that I am very thankful to her for what she's done. And I'll make sure too, when I see her again in that driveway, that I also thank her, you know, actually face to face. So that's pretty much my story. I started off the day not too happy about the fact that I had to go out there, because I really wanted to have the funds to pay the gentleman who drove up and asked me if I wanted him to plow my driveway. I wanted to do that more than anything. But this is what I said, like in my life, sometimes I jump too fast and make and assume that I'm not going to be taken care of, that God won't take care of me. You know, but I know I do right, you know, and my thing is, when you do right out here and you have a good heart and you really mean well and you're doing right by people, you're doing right by yourself, but you're also doing right by others, your blessings will come. You never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching you and who is waiting on their chance to give you that blessing. And to them, it may not be nothing to them to bless you. It may not be nothing, but to you, it means all the world. It changes your mood. It changes your outlook on how you look at things, how you look at people. It restores your faith in people, because we are definitely living in some times where things can seem so dark. It can seem so dark and people can seem so selfish. Listen, I'm up here in the Northeast. I'm in Ohio. First of all, we are a red state, a Republican state. Even if we were blue, I guess it really wouldn't matter as much, but we definitely are in a red state, and it is cold here. It's cold here. Not just the weather, but the people, the way they drive, the way they behave, the way they treat each other. I always say on these videos, we don't really have communities anymore. We have neighborhoods, we have houses that sit on streets and people live in those houses, but we don't really have communities. We don't talk to each other. We don't know each other. Hell, we barely even like each other. So it's cold. It's cold out here. And if you live every day like that, you in these environments where it's cold and people are very selfish, very nasty towards one another, you can start to think that there is no more good in this world. You can start to think that, but I like to be that good in the world, just for my own peace of mind, not even necessarily for anybody else. If you get something out of how I behave and it inspires you, then I've done even a greater job. But for me, it's just about the fact that I couldn't live with myself if I didn't do right, if I didn't do my best to do right. I may not do right by creditors all the time. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not perfect, okay? But by other people, it's my goal, because what I give to you, and no matter what happens in this world, I always believe this to be true. And I know it, because I'm telling you, I'm the queen of instantly getting karma. That's why I can't do no wrong out here all like that, because I would instantly get my karma. Other people may go decades and it may seem like they living a great life and they did all this evil, but me, I would get my karma instantly. So I'm just someone who truly believes and knows for a fact that whatever I have put out in the universe, it comes back to my ass. So I got to do right out here, and I got to do right by myself, my family, but also other people out here as well. So it's what happened to me today is definitely a reminder of the fact that we still have good people out here. We still have people that mean well, and not that she wouldn't be a good person if she didn't come over here and did what she did, but it is a reminder that, yeah, there are still neighborly people out here. There are still people who are community minded. Something like that would have been more prominent back in the day when I was growing up and we actually had communities. I never expected that to happen. I never would have asked for it to happen. But the fact that she did it is a restoration for myself and my faith of other people, and especially just locally where I'm at and the people around me, and to know that, you know, it just restores my faith in life and in people. No matter how dark things get, there is still good. There's a reason why we still here until we're no longer here. And I just choose, many of us choose, some of us choose to live a life where we are of community or of service to other individuals. That's just how I roll. That's just what I believe my purpose to be. And I don't know how to be any other way, you know. But with that being said, I hear my little ones about to come in this kitchen, y'all. So I hope I inspire somebody today, or you got something out this story, or you just was entertained for 5 seconds. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. If y'all are in an area where there's all this snow, just be safe out there, bundle up, and I will talk to y'all soon. Peace.